everyone, Gameaholik here, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going through patch notes 2.0.1. Okay, so on Wednesday they did maintenance and we have some updates to the anniversary update, and just going to go through what has actually happened in that new patch. As you can imagine, there's no new content, as I think we've got enough, to be fair. It's just a lot of fixes. So general ones are that the health bar is going to be up when you bring up the equipment wheel. There's improved inactivity detection to better identify inactive players across Sea of Thieves. Hunter's Call. Alliance members will now correctly receive hand-in notifications when other members of the Alliance hand in Hunter's Call items. Casting a line while swimming underwater is now prevented, which is a funny one. Harpoon in tethering of an object now behaves correctly through server migration. There's a few for the arena. Still haven't managed to actually play yet. I've been so busy with the adventure side, but I do plan to eventually get onto arena as well. But we've got the ship flags shown on the ship map will no longer show incorrect iconography following a migration. Player instruments are no longer muted while the tavern and contest countdown music plays. When starting a contest, the scoreboard will now show the correct score when digging up the first chest, and players should now consistently hold onto their clothing and equipment loadout when leaving and entering a contest. Okay, so the biggest amount of changes, and it's kind of understandable really, is to do with Tall Tales, Shores of Gold. There is a lot of fixes going on here. I'll try and go through them as quickly as possible and descriptive. As always, I will try and put the patch notes link in the description. So we've got opening a collector's chest while holding it can no longer cause the items inside to pop out. I bet that was quite funny. Turning a puzzle block while it is underwater will correctly show the bubbles graphic. Reading a quest book while running in the rain no longer causes visual issues. Items stored inside a collector's chest should now be visible and collectible when moving and reopening the chest. So hopefully there's no spoilers in these updates, because these are now individual parts of the quest, so each tale, as you could put it. So the Shroudbreaker, ambush skeletons should no longer spawn on top of each other. The Legend of the Storytellers 2. Players can now see the key on Mermaid's hideaway once it is dug up rather than floating tooltip. Players losing Briggs's chest before they have removed the quest items will now be informed as to why their tale has been failed. Wild Rose. Adjusted a collector's chest dig site to avoid clipping with a barrel placed close by. The Art of the Trickster. The rum bottle's spyglass should no longer revert to an incorrect model on some occasions when viewed in the radical menu. Revenge of the Morning Star. When placing the final tail item on the altar, they will now be a correct plinth and facing in the right direction. All crew members should now correctly receive the Morning Star outfit when retrieving from the Morning Star chest. There's those two together. Shores of Gold has got quite a few fixes, so let's go through them now. Compass Vault no longer has an area where players can become stuck in geometry. Compass Vault no longer has an area where players can be stuck in geometry and get teleported out of the safe location. Adjusted various areas for the chasm of where players could get out and see the environment. Central rock formation can no longer cause players to become stuck. Players that were left behind after the crew engaged a gold hoarder will no longer create incorrect checkpoints in the chasm after encountering, causing them to be trapped. Players losing the gold hoarder's coin will now correctly fail the Tall Tale, must return back to Morrow's Peak. Skeleton ships will no longer spawn for crews inside the Shores of Gold Shroud. Following tale completion, the Shroudbreaker should no longer reappear attached to your ship when returning to the world. Gold hoarder skeletons will no longer rudely interrupt the final cutscene if they weren't destroyed by or during the encounter. Skeletons should now path more predictably outside the Compass Vault. Skeletons that spawn inside the chasm will now automatically attack nearby players to prevent crews from raising the capstan without engaging, and adjusted the timing on the Shores of Gold approach sequence to ensure the island banner auto vision queue does not clash with the Shroud music. So that's all the fixes. There's a few known issues, and then that's today's video done. We've got pirate feature loss, so after arena sessions pirates have been losing their equipment, etc. While you can re-equip most items, this has the potential to affect features such as eye color, age, etc. To do a support ticket if you're having that problem. The collector's chest migration. During any Tall Tale, players will open a collector's chest, leave the chest behind and subsequently migrate might find that their Tall Tale fails. Shroudbreaker migration. During the Shroudbreaker, players who migrate servers after receiving the Shroudbreaker may not receive tail progress when when returning to the mysterious stranger. Incorrect player spawning. In rare cases, players may find that returning from the ferry of the damned or using mermaid teleports them to incorrect locations in the world rather than back to the ship. Health bar UI delays. When regenerating health from cooked food, taking damage may cause a delay to health bar update. Sea Dog Tavern purchase delays. Players who have bought items from the tavern, Sea Dog's Tavern, shortly after migrating to a new server might not immediately see their purchase. The purchase has been successful but only be shown when the player returns to the tavern after the next contest. And the final one is missing phrases on food items. Some food items show available phrases in the pirate chat radical, but selecting them will not correctly send them to other players. Is it Radile or is it Radical? I don't know why I keep saying Radical. It's Radile, isn't it? I'll call it the wheel. It's a lot easier. Let me know if I'm saying it wrong, because I think I am. Okay, download sizes are as follows. I do believe this is slightly misprinted on the website, so I'm going to say it how I think it is. Xbox One and Windows 10 should be 2.62 gigabytes, and Xbox One X should be 4.45. So there we go. Not a lot really to mention in this update, because obviously we just have fixes. I mean, they've just brought out a massive amount of content, so it'll be interesting to see at what point they decide to bring back a Bilge Rat adventure or perhaps a mercenary voyage. Don't see it happening just yet, but that's probably what's going to fill in the gaps as we wait for the next lot of content. I shouldn't be talking about that right now, but that's what they'll be thinking about. So let me know if you've had any issues or how you're getting on with the anniversary update. I'll be back very soon with more Sea of Thieves content. Thank you very much for watching today. Have a great rest of your voyages and take care.